I found every single secret in Ultra Kill's newest layer, Fraud. So today we'll be going through them all. From Soul Orbs to secret rooms to continued jokes and even some extra hard to find lore books. This is the ultimate guide to the many secrets of Fraud. Starting off in 8-1 with this level's Soul Orbs. Most of these are in pretty obvious spots, but one of them actually stumped me for a while. And it's also the first orb of the level. In the room with the lion statues, there are a lot of doors. But all you gotta do is exit through the one behind the lion statues 3 times in a row and you've got your first Soul Orb. On the staircase to God's basement, look up, and you'll see a hook point that'll take you to the second orb. After the fake-out ending, go to the top accessible floor of the first building you can enter. The orb is in the bathroom. After taking care of the insurrectionist, you can jump down here to this very buggy building. Just punch the windows to get in. The orb is in the kitchen. And finally, in the room with the sentries, is the room where the gutter tank and the Providence rise up from the ground. Simply dash jump to the other side of the room as soon as you enter to be brought up to the higher level. And your secret orb will be waiting for you. Alright, now that that's out of the way, let's talk about the stuff I know you're actually here for. The Easter eggs. There's only 2 in 8-1, the first being the sighting of a new bar of soap. It's resting in the bathtub of the bathroom in the busted hotel where you get jumped by the 4 soldiers. The second Easter egg is immediately after entering the TV for the first time. You can't access it normally since the hallway shrinks. But if you clip out of bounds, you can enter the hallway from the other side and see the live Hokita Reaction 2, the sequel to the secret from 7-1. And yes, it kills you on impact, just like the first one did. Now, on to 8-2 and its secret orbs. In the starting room, on the day side, it'll be on this rooftop. The next secret is on the locked 3rd floor. You can shoot out the vents in the tops of the elevators to get there. It'll spawn 3 virtues on the other floors when you pick it up, so be ready to run. The third is in the storage warehouse, an event underneath the lift. In the nighttime outside section, there's a secret door at the base of the cliff. We'll be back to this room in a bit. The 4th orb is right through the door. In the room after the arena with the hole in the ground, there's a hole in one of the stalls. The final orb is on the other side. This level actually has the most Easter eggs in the new update, with a total of 3. The first is in the nighttime starting room. If you go to this rooftop and slide into this hole, you'll reach the portal mines. This is a dedication to the team of programmers that worked really hard to get the various systems and portals and Fraud to work. Really cool to include this. In the nighttime version of the 4th floor, if you go behind the boards in this tunnel, there's a secret room with a sleeping filth, which is another joke that's being continued from the violence layer. If you get close, it's actually playing a cover of the songs Once Upon a Time and Home from Undertale. The song is called Undernap, which is probably a reference to the breakcore song called Ultra Nap from the Undertale 10th anniversary livestream. I'll play the song here for a minute. And finally, back in the outside nighttime section, if you go behind the supermarket, you'll find an entrance to a recreation of the Red Room from the show Twin Peaks. If you go back to the room where the gold orb is, and fight your way through one of the lamest gauntlets in the game...
Dude. What the fuck are we doing, bro?
You'll be rewarded with a code that we'll be using later. And an invisible lore book written by Hell. I see Ulysses frozen upon the wine-dark high sea. Eucharistic flesh and blood born in pain. This is man, even against the odds, writ by Adam. Murder is in their nature, the epistolary plosives of air raids, the The open graves, massed corpses with crow-pecked sockets, the site's rest left unseen. Insipid and insolent and so feared as those two grievers cry there will be no peace. See the nature of a symphony. 100 universes and choruses, notes, so forth and nothing. No, I see hues clearly now. Such shadeful sights to show you. The writer stays his hand and the story writes itself. You look into your love's eyes and see a stranger, bellum omnium contra omnis. Man is wolf to man. This antediluvian cruelty by siege you carry onward. Eye for an eye. Each generation forgets the scars of the last. Nothing lasts. A view to a thrill, a vision of the future. I see to you, son of soul. Eat. Eat. Yearn for more, over and over, until all that remains is the knowledge that this was all your fault.
Yeah. Let's just... there's another lore book in the archives. Let's check in on how the humans are doing.
Text scanned. Earthmover mentions detected. Excerpt from archive. The fall of the Earthmovers. Our attempts at reconstruction have been fruitful. Resources are still scarce, and every person has to carry a great weight to keep the whole community afloat. Although I had initially feared such drastic measures would cause conflict, it seems that having a common good for all of us to work towards has pulled us closer together and made us inseparable. We've lived through mankind's worst after all, so now it is our time to show its best. By scavenging technologies from the corpse of our past home, 15H Kerr, we have managed to establish two-way audio signals with 4 other communities that have likewise survived that hellish century on the backs of other Earthmovers. And we are now pooling our knowledge together to find a way to share our resources. By sheer luck, in one of the communities, Gills has found someone who he shares a pre-war ancestor with. Morale is at an all-time high. January 25th. Through our communication with other communities, and small-scale blood donations from eager helpers, we've managed to reconstruct an interface that 15H Kerr used for tracking Earthmover movements across the globe. And via cross-referencing a few surviving maps from the era of countries, we've determined multiple possible communities within a few weeks of travel. Groups have already been sent out to... Remaining text irrelevant. I'm sure they're doing great. They seem to be thriving. The Helldiver, I'm so fucking stupid. The Earthmover mentioned in this book is a reference to the Mesopotamian god of storms, Ishkur. And finally, if you go to the elevator and input the code from earlier, it'll take you to the currently inaccessible secret level. Sadly, the secret level won't be out until 1.0 drops. Now it's time for arguably the best level in the game, 8-3. Starting once again with the Soul Orbs. The first one is right at the very start of the level. Just jump through this TV, and it's in the bathroom. The second is down the red path. Perfectly time your slide underneath the crushers, and the secret's on your left. When you get to the red skull, there's an elevator next to it. Take it up to the second floor for the Soul Orb. Across the street from the red skull is an alleyway with a dumpster. Inside is the orb. And finally, during the space segment, you can find the final Soul Orb inside this fleshy building. Hey, if you're enjoying the video, I'd really appreciate it if you could leave a like and subscribe. It would really help the channel out a lot.
Subscribe to Arrow Sucks for more Sugoi Ultra Kill content.
Anyways, back to the video. 8-3 only has 2 Easter eggs. In the room where the floor slides up into the ceiling, if you're fast enough, you can follow it up. Inside is a gluttony door with 2 eyes to make it look like a face. And it'll actually spit you out inside of the heart chamber. And outside, where the blue skull is, if you jump over this wall, you'll see 2 dumpsters. One opened, and another closed. No clip inside the closed one, and you'll see that it's full of dead hectecs. This level also has 2 lore books, both hidden in the same room. After you collect both skulls, a second door will open where you'll fight a secret boss. After beating them, you can find this lore book. Text scanned, anomaly detected. Excerpt from archive, news to the community of M0200S, having successfully cloned a pig, making them the 4th to have followed in the footsteps of our successful cow cloning project. Although still limited in quantity, meat is gradually being eased back into the diets of our people, even if most are still apprehensive about taking them, having gotten used to the extreme scarcity. At this point, I feel the only way to ease the tension after Chantel's disappearance is to find her, or at least what happened to her. Bizarre rumors have spread surrounding the left main elevator of the Northern Research Building, from unexplained power outages to even whispers of a basement accessible only by selecting a specific sequence of floors. I don't believe in any of it, but at this point, anything is worth investigating. I'll be heading.
Wow, the humans seem to be doing great. I really don't know how it could go wrong for them from here. Good for them. Wait, what's that through the mirror?
Atavistic antagonist, Antigone with the wind, brother against brother in arms. Other harms irrelevant collateral. Holy, holy, holy is the Lord. War is ontological. Peace is a failure of free will. Milvia ducimt hominis per saecula sanguinum. Drowning in denial, man set sail in search of a paleogenetic simulacrum of Ithaca, in Eden for the antediluvian, untouched by their own sin-stained hands. But death is arable. All growth is devourment. Life feeds on life feeds on life. Abid, ibid, holy, holy, holy is the Lord. And the rest is violence. No, even this is not. The spatio-temporal mind cannot conceptualize reality only in binary. Yes and no, is and is not. The eye of... what is that? Sees only a colorless existence in a monopotential world. Its abstractions, a charade of shadeless ones and zeros rearranged ad nihilum. Vedanic dialogues, simple shadows on a cave wall. No, there are 39 states of existence. Post-finity, metatemporality, extra casualty, reason and dialects are axes in the garden of reality, shavings of semi-potential sufferings. Lucifer, my love, I shall give to you all the agonies that can exist, and many that cannot.
Yeah, we're just gonna move on to the last level. In 8.4, there's only one real secret. If you clip through this wall, you'll be taken to a dressing room with some of the developer plushies. And as a bonus, here's the full version of the poster in the hallway, just because I think it's cool. And that's every single secret in the fraud layer. I'm sorry this video is a few weeks late to the party. I was in Boston for the first 2 weeks the layer was out, so I couldn't really capitalize on it. But I hope you enjoyed it nonetheless. If you did, then I'd really appreciate it if you could leave a like, comment, subscribe, and maybe even join the Discord server too. But with that being said, thank you for watching, and have a good one.